God is just dope in the sense that like Bethlehem was this little small nobody nowhere town, right? With no prestige,
Wow.
even the city that Jesus grew up in, Nazareth, that it's like it's the hood. They clearly say, can anything good come from Nazareth? Like it's the place they like,
Right.
Nazareth, the Messiah coming from Nazareth, Jay?
Right.
Like, come on, man. And Bethlehem is very similar. In Jesus' day, it was a small, we're talking not even 100 people probably
Wow.
living in Bethlehem. It was super small, off the beaten path, all family living there. You know what I mean?
Wow.
This little nowhere town. It was not huge. And then in this modern day, it's still a very poor, marginalized city.
Wow.
To get into Bethlehem, you have to come out of Israel and cross into Palestinian territory in modern day
Wow.
Israel.
Okay.
And so you cross into Palestinian territory, and there's literally a wall, an erected wall that separates Israel from Palestine. So you have to come through this wall, armed guards who want to check you to make sure you ain't bringing nothing from Israel into Palestine and all this other stuff. You get off, and man, it goes from, the rich suburbs to the hood immediately, right?
Wow.
And so you get in there and you see people trying to panhandle. The first Kentucky Fried Chicken I saw was in Bethlehem. You know what I'm saying?
So wait.
Because
So you saying you went from Bethlehem into Palestinian territory or
no,
Palestinian?
I'm telling you, Bethlehem is Palestinian territory. It's
Oh.
not in Israel.
Okay.
Yes. So when you come out of, Israel to get into Bethlehem, right? Like you have to cross into Palestinian territory. So there's certain towns, Damascus is another that's in Palestinian territory, right? Like there's certain cities that Palestinians just have set up camp and like they own it, right?
Right.
Bethlehem is one. And because of that, economically, socially, Palestinians are marginalized in that city, in that region. Like, there's just no other way to say it. For those who are listening, who are pro-Israel and all the other stuff, I am not picking a side. I am telling you the reality of what I saw while I was there.
Right.
What I'm saying is that Palestinian territories traditionally are poorer, they are more marginalized, and they have far less access to resources.
Wow.
Bethlehem is the greatest example of that because the Church of the Nativity, which is built on top of the spot where Jesus was born, right, supposedly, is the most economically viable thing there. Other than that, it is poverty. Wow. There was like a coffee shop there that was called Stars and Bucks. Stars and Bucks.
Oh, no.
It wasn't Starbucks because Starbucks won't franchise in Palestine.
Wow.
There's plenty of Starbucks in Jerusalem, but when you get into Bethlehem, it's this little thing with green and white stripes called Stars and
Bucks. That's some hood stuff right there. Oh,
I'm just trying to give you a picture of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I saw liquor stores and I saw checks cashing places. Yes, come on, McDowell's and McDonald's. You talking about it, Phil? I saw check cashing places. I saw liquor stores. I saw people sitting on crates outside. It was the hood, right? And what I'm saying is, even to this day, the place that Jesus Christ, the Lord of the universe, the Savior of the world, is most identified with, is the most marginalized place in our world.
Wow.
Even today. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you go visit, you can't, as a Christian, go visit the place where Jesus was born without being faced with poverty, marginalization, and all that comes with it. And I think that's on purpose. Right?
Exactly. You talking God ordained purpose.
Yes, sir. Because you get kind of upset. If you've been to Jerusalem, going through the old city, if you've been up to the Sea of Galilee and you visited all the towns around there, everything's so nice.
Yeah.
Man, you get to the place where Jesus was born, hood, trash on the ground, like it's
wow.
But then you have to think about it. You go, where else would Jesus want to be identified with? Like, what other town would Jesus want to be the place where he was from? This is it. This is it.
That's exactly right.
Because we travel with a group from North Lawndale, right? A group that all lives that. Yeah. That was glaring for us. There are people who will visit that and they won't even notice. All they're concerned about is, I'm going to the Church of Nativity. I want to go see where Jesus was born. Blah, blah, blah. They're just touristy. They buying the tourist gifts and all that and not paying attention to any of the poverty or any of the marginalization around them.
Right.
Because all they're concerned about is the novelty of where they are.
Yeah.
But when you come from communities
where
that's your reality, when you live and breathe that every day, it's glaring. Not one person in our group missed it. And we were able to have a great conversation around, what do you think is the God-ordained reason that even to this day, Bethlehem is a small, marginalized, poor city, And man, we had some great conversation.